So originally this was supposed to be a mega movie review on every movie I've seen in theaters this year. However, tomorrow, as of this recording, we will be seeing another movie, so I can't exactly do that. Instead, I've decided to do a video about a channel that I stumbled upon recently called That Is Impossible in all caps. The channel is your stereotypical conspiracy channel. However, this channel in particular is very interesting. From what I've seen, they are very much a UFO-believing, flat-earther, chemtrail, government conspiracy, HARP, and other stuff like that. But what sets this channel apart is not only does 20-something northerner, but is very different from a stereotypical, like, 50-something southerner of these kind of conspiracy channels. But also, his claims are, like, so unsubstantiated in facts and logic that I just had to wonder, how was he making these claims in them of themselves? It doesn't make any sense, and you'll see what I mean in probably a few minutes when I talk about the video in particular that really inspired me to make this video. The first video I saw from this channel is called You Gotta Watch This Video Before December 25th, 2018, with 2 periods at the end, so it's not an ellipses, I guess. As for the video, it starts with a footage of riots and natural disasters intermixed with this supposed, what I'm assuming is supposed to be a UFO, but it is blatantly obvious it isn't real. I mean, come on, does that look like an actual video, or does it look like one that's been uploaded in like 2009? I don't know where I'm going with this joke. Anyway, he also includes footage from an Elon Musk interview and the Alaska earthquake from a few months ago. Nothing too interesting, really. The first clip that I found interest in was this video of a supposed second sun, which is something that a lot of anti-NASA people like to point out that NASA covers up, which isn't obviously real. This pseudo-supposed sun that is just a reflected light from the atmosphere. The next few clips include some footage of clouds with text claiming that it is HARP, some dude talking to another old man who I'm assuming is important, asking about the Bilderberg meeting, I guess. He shows more of the Alaska earthquake, a group of construction vehicles moving in China, asking what are they prepping for? I don't know, like rebuilding what's ever broken in that clip. They also show moving lights in night vision, I think, and a clip of Indian Santa Claus talking about secret society like Freemasonry and the Illuminati. At this point, they show some random clips of a floating thing and a girl with freaky eyes, which are both obviously fake. For some weird reason, there's a segment about flat Earth, pointing out that at an altitude of 100,000 feet, there is no curve, where there obviously is. So if you look out at the model of the atmosphere, you'll see that in order to accurately see the curve, you orbit at the level that the ISS does, or the thermosphere, from about 80 to 700 kilometers. Guess where 100,000 feet stands at? The thermosphere? The mesosphere? Maybe the stratosphere. Actually, 100,000 feet is only 3.1 kilometers, or about 25% into the troposphere. At this point in the video, it's something about microchipping, weird lights, and other unimportant stuff. The only thing of note about this video is the segments where they ask Amazon Echo some questions.
Alexa, is Donald Trump the Antichrist?
Yes, that's true.
Alexa, is Donald Trump the Antichrist?
Sorry, I can't find the answer to the question I heard.
Alrighty, let's check out the next video then. Alright, so this one starts pretty strongly with some natural disasters, a weird rock, and holy mother of Mary, what on God's green earth is that? Oh wait, it's just CGI. Anyway. I mean, this one is particularly interesting because we get to meet the narrator, who I think is named James, according to some comments on the video.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is James with the Impossible Channel. Welcome back. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Smokeless fire, folks. That's what a djinn is. And if you don't know what a djinn is, that's a long story, but I'll right now we're not here to talk about that exactly. We are going to be talking about a lot of things, folks. But why did I mention a gin? Well, because we are holding, I just heard about Apple's new release, new iPhones and all that wonderful equipment, folks. Now,
Alright, so I think the point he's trying to connect here is that plasma is a smokeless flame, which is not true, and that the iPhone is a plasma screen. So then what's with the North Pole entrance thing, which is clearly a glitch with the Google Earth, as it happens all the time? How does this have anything to do with plasma?
it's happening like Hurricane Florence right now. We just had Hurricane Florence.
What does Hurricane Florence have to do with this? I thought we were talking about iPhones.
And there's something weird about life.
Oh. Okay, at this point he starts rambling about sitting down and cars. It doesn't really go anywhere far. It's kind of interesting to watch what I see as this dude's slow descension into insanity. He mentions the phone explosion again, and all this audio is overlaid with ghost sightings and weird visual bugs on Google Earth. So James is trying to use this video to prove that the media is staged, and then tries to connect this to a smokeless fire, and uses the clip of Elon Musk, who is clearly on cocaine in this clip, to talk about AI, which has nothing to do with plasma. James has a habit of using random clips and goes on tangents I could only dream of, including this dude who is probably on liquefied weed, who claims he's been cloned. So you're taking the word from this absolute lunatic.
Yeah. Originally, my first gen. I'm a second gen now. That's why you see the celebrity bursts say I'm born in Toronto, but that's false. My first gen was born in Jersey. However, I was cloned by Clonade in Canada. My model number is 0112568, if anyone wants to see the registration.
What's that?
Shout out Clonade.
And then he ends it without any satisfying ending and a CGI UFO sighting. Alright, last video. He keeps using these Alexa clips which a person with an IQ of 3 could disprove with just using their own echo.
What is a chemtrail?
Chemtrail. Trails left by aircraft are actually chemical or biological agents deliberately sprayed at high altitudes for a purpose undisclosed to the general public in clandestine programs directed by government officials.
Alexa, what are chemtrails?
Chemtrails refer to the trails of condensation, or contrails, left by jet engine exhaust when they comes into contact with cold air at high altitudes. Contrails are composed primarily of water, in the form of ice crystals.
See, this is systematically false. Also, these weird, obviously edited videos with a Reagan speech over it isn't really effective at proving whatever point you're trying to make. He provides no evidence these videos were taken 15 hours apart, and if they were, the lake isn't even fully melted, so it isn't that unbelievable to think that the lake melted in the span of 15 hours.
¿Cómo será el fin del mundo? ¿Cómo será?
Se abre la tierra y nos traga.
Se abre la tierra y...
Se abre la tierra y atropella.
What? He's using a clip from this, laughing Mexican man who I'm sure a lot of you have seen to prove his point. Alright then.
Real, folks, that this planet is one of a kind, that this Earth is 1 in a billion. Then, why are they spending all of this money with other priorities such as space exploration?
Because the number 1 in 700 gazillion is estimated. It's not proof. They're doing it. They're spending this money because there is a chance of billions of Earth-like planets.
With all of this money, they could just in the snap of a finger solve most of the problems in the world right now. Fukushima.
No, they can't suck up radiation with trillions of dollars.
Pollution.
No, they can't suck up pollution with trillions of dollars.
Jobs.
Jobs? They can't just give money to the businesses and expect them to spend it on their workers. Have you ever had a job?
Hey y'all, it's me. It's November 29th, 2016. What kind of flight pattern is this? Huh.
Well, you see, since you like Google Earth so much, I decided to use it to disprove this argument. You see, it's something called a straight line on a globe. I know you think the Earth is flat, but then why do you use Google Earth?
There was a subscriber who sent us today a video of what seems to be a huge UFO craft, an entrance maybe. It doesn't look like a normal rock, one that you see every day, you know what I mean? And it's huge. I'm looking at this, of course, in Google Earth, and I'm like, what the heck is this? Could it be a huge snake?
That's a rock. Not a snake, not a UFO. It's a rock.
The continents that we know today as North America, Central America, South Americas, they were discovered, and then they were like, what? What the fuck is going on? Again, because they were lied to. I have been researching this, and it seems the Vikings and the Chinese had already knowledge. Many other cultures already had knowledge of these continents, these hidden continents known as the Americas. And the Europeans were lying, deliberately lying to their people, saying that there was nothing out there.
Probably because the Europeans didn't know. They didn't exactly like Vikings or Asians or Slavs. I mean, you probably already knew that. They weren't lying, they were uninformed.
What Elon Musk did in his last voyage to space with the red car was a big mistake, because he stated in public television that the car and the man inside the car were actually just normal things. They weren't modified for space.
So ridiculous and impossible. And you can tell it's real because it looks so fake, honestly. Like, we'd have way better CGI if it was fake. And you know, the colors all look kind of weird in space. There's no atmospheric occlusion. You know, like everything looks too crisp. But we didn't really test any of those materials for, you know, is it space hardened or whatever, you know. So it just has the same seats that like a normal car has. It's just literally a normal car in space, which I kind of like the absurdity of that.
He actually admitted that. He said it very clearly, that the car was not modified a bit to go to space. It was the Tesla that you know today. So what a lot of people have been questioning themselves, and in websites and all of those things, why did the car survive in space?
This clip doesn't prove anything. The car was not modified because all it did was get sent into space. It wasn't able to move or anything. It was literally a normal car. Also, the man was wearing protection. He wasn't unmodified, whatever that means. Alright, at this point, all he does is ramble on about chemtrails and why the government is covering up everything. So, just basic stuff for this channel. Not really much else to say. Most of the videos are pretty much the same. Alright, well that pretty much wraps up this video. I just wanted to talk and refute all these absurd claims made by this person who obviously has an IQ of 4. I doubt he'll see this video, but if he does, make a response. I kind of want to see how you'll refute this obvious facts and logic. Thanks for watching. I know this video is probably a bit long, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. Make sure to check out my other video, the one I made on YouTube Rewind, and one of my up-and-coming videos which will probably be about something else. Thanks for watching, and
Most of it, most of